What a long, strange trip it has been over the past 6 years that now I am the one that is defending Critical Role. Whoever thought you'd see that reality, huh? What's up, nerdsicles, nerds, boys and girls, nerds, 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 and nerds, nerds, just nerds. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's the 11th day of January 2024. It is bright and sunny and blue sky here, wherever it is I live. Though I'm still fighting off this weird proto fever, whatever it is. So yeah, who knows? Thankfully, it's not COVID. It's something else. Maybe it's just my diet. I don't know. It's Thursday, I think. Yes, it's Thursday, which means it's time for Badam Dagger, Badam Heart, Badam Beats. That's right. I'm keeping the name. I should make a shirt or something. It's my name. I'm keeping it. It's time to take a look at our neighbors over in Calabasas, the cast and crew of Critical Role, and check out what's going on in the world of Darrington Press, Critical Role, Candle Obscura. So let's check the numbers and let's go over the news, or lack thereof. All right, so numbers. Let's see. The last time we visited, there has been one posting. It is an episode of Critical Role's Failing Candle Obscura. Candle Obscura, Chapter 3, Episode 2 went live on the 4th. That was 7 days ago, and had a dismal 54.2K views. Wow. Before that, we had Episode 3, Campaign 3, Episode 81, 21 days ago with 203K views. So 54.2K views. For you or me, that's amazing. For Critical Role, that's disappointing. And it was 4 hours of them cosplaying. Now, we've got some new facts about Critical Role's Candle Obscura that makes it even more depressing. Apparently, the creator, I don't know if this is true. Let me just say it once again. This is a rumor. It has not been confirmed, but apparently Steven, the guy who created the Candle Obscura setting, one, doesn't like H.P. Lovecraft, and according to the rumor, hasn't really read H.P. Lovecraft, and two, doesn't like the time period that Candle Obscura is set in. Apparently not a fan of Carnival Roll, The Irregulars, Sherlock Holmes, Wretched Epoch, etc., etc., etc. Which leads me to ask, if any part of that rumor is true, why would you create this and make this the star that you set your sails on for Illuminated Worlds? Illuminated Worlds might have had potential to be the next GURPS, but now it's just kind of a joke because you hung your sales on Candle Obscura, and it was pretty obvious from day one that Candle Obscura was gonna be a failure. But let's check out the numbers on the tube of views. Let's see. Myths Season 2, Episode 17 had 25K views on YouTube. I think it's fair to say that's a failed experiment. Candle Obscura, Episode 2, The Guardian, this is Campaign 3. This had 42K views. Wow, again, disappointing. And Myths Season 2, Episode 18, which was 22 hours ago, had 12K views. I think it's, again, fair to say that the Myths experiment is a failure and the Candle Obscura is experiment. I mean, yeah, again, 12K views. I wish one of my videos would get that many views. But for these guys, that's disappointing, and especially for something that they've put so much time and energy behind. So now it just feels like they're either doing these because it's something they wanted to do anyways, and they don't really care if people like it or not. They're just like, we were going to do this anyways. It's fun. We're doing it because we want to, and if you guys like it. Or the other possibility is, well, we put our thing behind it. We're going to keep doing it in the hopes that it catches on because now we're locked into this cycle. I don't know. See, if it was me and I was if this is a network and I was a network guy and I was seeing these numbers, I'd be like, I need these numbers to come up or I'm going to have to cut your series, Firefly. Yeah, just, numbers aren't where I want it to be. But this isn't, it's like YouTube and whatever. So the algorithm, I suppose it just comes down to what the creators of these individual programs want. If they're happy with 12K views, then who am I to complain? I wish I had 12K views. I'm lucky if I get a view, much less 12K, which finally brings us yet again to Dagger Heart, or the lack thereof. All right, latest info. The last time they updated the site was November 19th, letting us know that they were having a Christmas sale. Mind you, yeah, so that was the last time. They haven't updated the site since November 19th. That's not good, especially since, they pay somebody whose job it is to update the site on a regular basis. And as for what's going on with the Dagger Heart and the candle, the what do you call it? Where is it? Illuminated World doesn't even have a link. And Dagger Heart, well, this has been sitting here for a while, as we know. So this hasn't been updated in at least since November. I haven't seen any videos about Dagger Heart since PAX. Haven't heard anything about Dagger Heart since PAX. Mercer and company haven't come forward and talked about it in a while. They've got 2.5 weeks left to go for them to still be a viable contender for the 2024 D&D throne. If they don't announce anything by January 31st, what little faith I think anybody has in Dagger Heart, it's probably going to be lost. And maybe we're looking at a late 2024 or even 2025 release for this now. Or maybe they've just given up. I don't know. Maybe they're just like, fuck it. This isn't going anywhere. I don't know. I mean, let's face it. What we know about it isn't really that exciting. All it really has going for it is the possibility that it's campaign 4. Which leads us, of course, to the never-ending story of the amount of hate Campaign 3 is getting. This is just something that won't go away. Wow. Which cycles back to how we started today with what a weird take of events that we now live in a world where I, the OGGM, is defending Critical Role. And it's not like that I haven't come to their defense before. I mean, I think it's very open and obvious, and I've never lied about my dislike for the Critical Role fan base. From my very first encounter to a Critical Role fan to my most recent encounter with a Critical Role fan, they have never been positive. And I have been open. I have been forgiving. I have tried to see things from their way. I have, been relatively calm and collected compared to some other people who go after the show. And yet still my experience has been nothing but negative. So it should come as no surprise that Campaign 3 is still receiving a lot of negative hate, a lot of heat. People who even a few months ago were defending Critical Role and Campaign 3 and the cast, and how dare you say anything even slightly negative about it, are now coming after them with, daggers and pitchforks and torches. How dare you, Critical Role actors, not live up to the unbelievably unattainable expectation I, the viewer, have placed on you, because you are now no longer living up to the unattainable expectations I, the viewer, have placed upon you. You suck. And that's all on you. Campaign 3 sucks. They're too silly. They're playing too much. It looks like they're having too much fun. They don't seem to really be progressing the story. They spent a whole episode just shopping. God, I hate shopping episodes, says a DM who just ran a shopping episode. They're interacting with each other and role-playing with the world instead of moving the story forward. They're still not on the moon. Now, I've been playing this game for a very, 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 very long time. Longer than some of you have been alive. And I can tell you, from what little I have seen of Campaign 3 and what you guys say that is so horrible about Campaign 3, based upon anybody I've ever spoken to, and I've asked a lot of people recently, this sounds to me like a normal game. Like if I walked into Seth's Games and Anime, may it rest in peace, and I saw 4 or 5 people playing D&D on a regular basis, the silliness and lack of plot and whatever else that you're complaining about, that just sounds like a normal game to me. It's like, yep, for every one serious game moving forward episode that happens, there's 2 or 3 things that are just silly. It's just, if you ever watch a group of gamers sit together for more than 5 minutes, it's silly. It's just, there's the off-camera memeing and the bickering and the talking and the Monty Python and the people looking at their phones. And I mean, it's just a normal game. But because you people have built it up to such a high degree of what it should be, this penultimate, ultimate gaming experience, that now that they're just kind of, hey, let's just relax and have fun, you're still going after them. And this is like what, week 3, week 4 of the hate? God, I hope they end campaign 3 too and just tell you all to go fuck yourselves and just do something else. So I think I've told you guys my Critical Role stories, right? I don't know if I really need to do it again. If you want to hear the reason why my very first experience with Critical Role player and why it was so negative, and the first 2 years, my encounters with Critical Role fans, critters, were just unbelievably negative, like vilely negative. But yeah, I'm not here to talk about that. It's a separate topic, and if you want to talk about it, we will. I'm just here to say, hey, they're doing their show, they're doing their job, they're doing their program. Maybe this is just the, hey, let's just relax, have fun, and goof off campaign because I'm bringing everything to an end. It's painfully obvious that campaign 3 is the end of Tal'Dorei, Exandria, the Critical Role story as we know it. We don't know if they're doing 5e for campaign 4, Daggerheart for campaign 4, or even if there will be a campaign 4. I just know that right now it seems to be that the hate magnitude is right on these guys, and I don't think they deserve it. And that's weird that I'm saying that. But it just does go to show the hypocritical toxicity of the Critical Role fan base. And I'm sure that's going to get me a lot of shit, but I don't really care. So that's it for Dagger Heartbeats and the lack thereof. I mean, it's getting to the point where I think I'm the only person still talking about this. And I'm wondering how much longer should I talk about this? Because it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. So, if we don't have any news for Candle Obscura, Illuminated Worlds, or Daggerheart by February 1st, I may just end this. I don't know. We'll have to find something else to talk about on Thursdays, but I don't want to waste your time every week just going, hey, there's not as many views this week as there was last week. And oh, wow, look, somebody else is complaining about campaign 3. That just sort of seems like I'm, poking the bear and picking on, he's already dead, but I'll keep kicking on him. Just let it, so yeah. Unless we get some news, more information on the future of any of those titles, probably just should end this after February, right? Because I feel like I'm just wasting time now. No, I just feel like I'm talking because I feel like I have to have something to talk about on Thursdays. And I don't want to be that guy. All right. Talk to y'all later. Stay safe and enjoy this lovely spring weather. Get off my